Welcome to another maintenance video. This time I'm tackling the front end of the van. I've already taken the bumper off and the supports for the bumper were completely rotted, as you can see. I've had to actually cut them with a grinder and then get the bumper off that way. You can see this serious corrosion at the front here, which I'm going to tackle, get all that decent. And I've took the bull bar off as well, which I'm going to clean up, and Polly is going to inspect that in a minute when she's happy. So that's what I'm doing basically, is just underneath the front end of here, like the inner wing and stuff like that. I'm just going to completely rub it all down, treat it all, get rid of all this surface rust and old flaky paint and stuff like that, and just give it a good old clean down and a repaint. And I did some maintenance work to the underneath of the van already. You can see there the wishbone and stuff like that, they were done when I replaced the top wishbones, and I repainted all the underneath paneling as well. So it's just a case of moving that restoration work forward now, ready for the winter. Front bull bar all rubbed down, roughed it up now so it can get some paint to it. So I'm going to spray primer that now and then leave that to bake on in the sun, and then I'll put some satin black onto that now, and that should look good as new and ready to go on. That's all the loose rust is cleared off that now, so I'll get some colour on that and make that look a lot better, give it a bit more protection. Fighting a losing battle really with rust living by the coast, but if I can eke a few more years out of the van I will do. That's end of day 2 work now, so all that's been treated now, all painted, and what I've done is put lots of spray grease in there to protect them bolts, and hopefully that'll like I say, squeeze a few more seasons out of that. Done the same there as well, and obviously you can see there, greased all these up as well, ready for when they get fitted on. But yeah, she's ready to go. Just got the bumper to do now, and then fit the bull bar on. Couple of jobs left to do now, and that's cleaning this up. Get all that rubbish off there, won't take long. Quick rub down with the electric sander, and the paint I'm using is Bedeck or Bedeck, however you want to pronounce it. If you're German it's Bedeck, if you're British then it might be Bedeck, but you can paint it direct to plastic. No primer or prep work needed at all, so it makes it really good, and it doesn't crack or anything, so that's what I'll be putting on it. So yeah, rub all this down a bit, rough it all up, ready for a coat of paint. That's the stuff I'm using. It's Bedeck, and it's water based as well, and it will go on anything: melamine, plastics, MDF, lead, metals, fiberglass, masonry, anything you want to put it on. There's a matte finish that I'm using, and all I've done, because it's been stood a little while, is I've just put a tiny bit of water in, just to thin it out a little bit, and we'll just see how I get on with that, what kind of coverage I get. But it's really good stuff. Look at that, straight on, really good coverage. You don't need many coats with it at all. I've been making my own brackets, so I'm using aluminium sheet, which is checker plate actually. So those holes that I've drilled there will coincide with the holes on that bumper there, and they fit, which I'll give you. There we go. As you can see, look, they go into there. And then to give the plate a bit of strength, which is only what they've done with the original piece of steel that rotted away, is I cut extra and then I've bent it over, and this then gives more strength to this, so that'll work fine. And then obviously that's the bracket which is attaching to the frame of the vehicle, and then I will drill a couple of holes there and bolt that to there, and then that's my bumper bracket, aluminium, so I don't have to worry about rust anymore. So that's what the bracket looked like that I took off, heavily corroded, and I thought, well, rather than buy another piece and put the same kind of corrosive metal on, that's why I opted to create one out of aluminium, and I think it will serve the purpose just as good, if not better, to be honest. And obviously, as you can see there, I bent it over to give it strength, and where it this join here, I've just basically created right angle bracket in that place, just makes life easier for me. And then I've just got to bolt the bumper there, and that's that piece then attached. Okay, the process has slowed down a little bit because I'm doing a little bit of matching up, but you can see there it fits onto the bumper nicely, and that's against the frame. But I just want to I might have to do the same on that side. So as I was putting on the plastic sort of inner wing cowling, I just want to point out that I just had to cut a little piece of that down, just a little, about 2.5 to 3 inches back. There you can see where I've had to cut that, and you can see there the bolts, you can just barely see them, obviously because the light's a bit crap, but there you can see the bolts, everything's fitted in well. The bumper look is nice and solid, so I'm happy that the job is done, and I've gone round and I've greased all the bolts and everything, protecting them from the elements. And if you can see sort of down there, there you go, you can see the bracket there doing its job. And so I'm just going to finish putting that bit together now, and then I will connect the other side up. I've now put the inner wing into there now. Look, that was a bit battered there unfortunately, so I've done a little temporary fix. Well, permanent fix actually, because I'm not going to do anything else with it. So underneath, my only squabble now is obviously get into that wing, get into that there which made that corrode in the first place, was the lack of panel here, you know, which went along that bit there, because obviously moisture was shooting up into there. So I have decided to replace that bit that goes across there and that piece there, but I'm going to cut them out of plastic sheet that I've got instead of buying, because why buy when you can make? And then I'll put the belly pan and everything back on, and then it's time for the bull bars to go on. So, having cut my template out, you can see there now, that's fitted. So that's going to protect against the weather. I've done the same the other side as well. There, look. And that'll keep the grog off. Well, as much as I can anyway. But there you go. So, just the belly pan to fit now. and piece it all back together. So that is now, there's the bracket that I've fitted, and you might be able to see it a bit clearer on the other side there. You can just see it through there. That's a good, nice tight fit there, look, bolted onto the frame, just like the originals were. Also, bumper is, it's nice and solid, you know, there's no movement or anything like that. And to finish it off, I put these bolts in, you know, self tappers instead of using the old holes, because those iron things get rusted out as well. And then just underneath there you can see I have put a plate underneath, a plastic plate there, which goes all the way under the bumper, which stops water splashing up onto those that part of the engine now. So it keeps it nice and dry down there. Look, see, it's all finished off, nice, all concealed now. So thanks for tuning in. That's another job jobbed, and yeah, on to the next jobs. So yeah, please hit the like button and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts. Obviously now I've got brackets which won't rust, so technically I'll be left, when the whole van's rusted and rotted away, I'll be left with two nice brackets at the end of it. So anyway, thanks again for tuning in. Take care. Bye.